there is this ongoing call for all of the firms that are here and individuals to be different, to be able to communicate in a different way, to tell their story. And I think what is exciting is what we're hearing from a lot of financial advisory firms is, how do I tell my story, my own story, my original story in a very effective way to create opportunities for me to create better client engagement, but also how I actually look for new clients. So I think it's kind of getting back to old school, that people want to be themselves, but actually want to explore how do they do that in a very effective way. Organic growth has been like the theme for most of the conferences we attend in the IRA space. Organic growth through like leads generation. It's also come about by essentially, how do I cultivate my existing relationships? How do I retain my existing relationships, and what does that look like? So when you think about organically growing, is kind of growing and protecting what you've got and the new opportunities. So how do you look at that from a marketing perspective is, well, what's your messaging? Sometimes some of the confusion around what marketing is and what it's not is around the fact that a lot of times they'll think marketing is, well, it's a brochure, it's a logo, it's a website, it's a video production of some sort, where the reality, it's really the messaging itself, the language that you're using. As we continue to explore how we support registered investment advisory firms, is for them to kind of understanding what they're trying to accomplish and making sure that they don't lose themselves in that process. Because you can really subscribe to like all the different new methodologies and technology, but to grow organically, it's about how do you grow personally to connect with the right audience and to connect with people, because they want to make sure that you're authentic, they want to make sure you're original, they actually want to know that you care. And the only way you can describe that is by you personally engaging in a process, because everyone has a story. And the reality is you've got to capture that original story, take that, and then actually you put it in the context of where it can be distributed in a very effective way. Marketing is a business plan. It's kind of how do you execute to grow your business? How do you execute your brand? And by the way, kind of peeling back here, a brand is not a logo. A brand is why you exist, why you do what you do. It's really getting back to the authenticity of what you believe in. So what's necessary is that for people to step in, specific advisors to understand who they are, why they do what they do, and to communicate that, and that's their story. And then you put that in language and graphics and pictures and so forth, and there's so many different ways to distribute that. But in essence, that is really the key is, and I think there's so much confusion around, well, I need a marketing plan, and that's about stuff. It's not about stuff, it's about you and making sure you connect with your clients in the most effective way.